Welcome back to Spring Affair. I'm DJ Mojave, and we're actually joined in studio by a special guest. She's actually a DJ in an upcoming event called The Vault Opens, and it's actually going to be happening Tuesday, July 7th. I welcome to the studio Byoosik. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Welcome to Spring Affair. Thank you for coming through. A special shout out to Bob Diesel for arranging this cool interview. So you're a DJ, and describe your journey to becoming a DJ.
Over New Year's 2012 to 2013, I found myself in Berlin. I just wanted to see Berlin for sort of what it was known for to the locals and to a lot of people who sort of come to Berlin to live in Berlin. Mm-hmm. And that is, of course, the big electronic music scene there, especially Berlin techno. I needed to hit up Tresor, Watergate, and Berghain. I actually was really blown away by how absorbed people were in the music and dancing. Also, of course, the music that night was amazing at Tresor as well. It was unlike anything I'd ever heard. I just left the planet basically when I went inside.
There's a description. I left the planet.
Well, so Berghain does a really good job of making you focus on the music. Their lighting is completely immersive. Really good techno is very hypnotic, and just really immersive and very also very soulful in a way. A lot of people think that techno is soulless, but it's not. After that experience in Berlin, going to Berghain, Tresor, and Watergate, I decided I really needed to know how the music worked. And so, later that year, I enrolled in a music production course at Maven, right down the street. One of my goals is to play a live techno set.
What can some people expect to kind of hear and feel and see, or just kind of like get, what are they going to get when they go to Middlesex on that day?
Yeah, so my goal for Vault is to really try, in my best way possible to have people experience what I experienced when I went to Berlin. So I'm making some interesting sound reactive lights for this, and of course my visual arts background has led me to create some visuals for the show. But musically, really sort of music that's really focused on getting you lost in a story. Whenever I went out in Berlin, the styles of music that were brought in were very diverse, just like the crowds themselves.
Now, speaking of crowds themselves, does Cambridge lend itself similarly? Because we're kind of considered a world-class city in that regard. Is that why you chose Cambridge to do this?
Yeah, that's certainly one of the reasons. Because when I went out clubbing in Berlin, of course, everyone in Berlin is not actually from Berlin. Not everyone, but there's a running joke that most of the people in Berlin are not actually from Berlin.
Sounds very much like Cambridge.
Yeah. So it seems like that sort of crowd is there to generate a very similar vibe. And one of the goals of Vault is to really bring people of different backgrounds and cultures together to really enjoy music and just dance.
So diversity in terms of people, diversity in terms of interactive technology. Are the providers yourself, Schwab and
Omdos?
Omdos, thank you. Are you coming from different parts of the globe or planet in terms of this musical creativity too?
Yeah, so I would say so. Schwab, his influences stem a lot from the UK.
Okay.
And Omdos, he's done a lot of other shows and sort of production experiments under different names. And, he comes from an island nation.
All right. Why did you choose the name The Vault Opens? Is it a vault literally?
So the night, which is called Vault, that name actually is a direct translation of Tresor.
Oh, okay.
Which
the
is
other place you went to.
Yeah, so it's a nightclub in Berlin, and it's also the birthplace of the style of techno that Berlin is really famous for.
Is there any way that if people before July 7th, Tuesday, July 7th, if they want to either follow you or hear stuff that you kind of created, what can they do to kind of like get like a little taste of it?
Yeah. So for me, you can go to byoosik.com, so BYOOSIK.com. And for the night, for Vault, you can go to vaultboston.com.
Okay.
And that has all of our social media links, as a link to our SoundCloud.
Okay.
And there, that's a great place to check out sort of the sounds that you might hear.
Okay. So just post Independence Day, I guess you get yourself some more independence in terms of your own freedom on the dance floor. That's once again Tuesday, July 7th, and that's going to be called The Vault Opens, Deep and Dark Dance Vibes, and curated by Byoosik and Schwab, a special guest live set by Amdos. And the doors open at 9 o'clock. I like that, and it's what I also even like, and I'm sure people will like, it's free, not all night, free before 10:30. So that's good. So come on down, Middlesex Lounge. They actually have a lot of cool stuff down there. Right down the street here from CCTV, 315 Mass Ave, right here in Cultural Cambridge. And you have a website, once again, which is vaultboston.com. Thank you very much for spending a couple minutes with us, Byoosik.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Not our pleasure. You're definitely welcome to come through here and maybe supply us with some of your musical treats. You're listening to Spring Affair on Cambridge Community Television. Thank you.
Thank you.